Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. Today we're talking about Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It released exactly a week ago today, if I'm not mistaken. People have been playing it for an entire week now, pretty much non-stop. I see a lot of people on my Twitter, people that I follow, are kind of getting to the end of the game. That's people that aren't recording it, aren't let's playing it or whatever. They're getting to the end of the game now. It took them that long. They even said, a couple of them at least, that, you know, they kind of meticulously slowly played through the first part, 100% in everything, trying their best not to miss a single thing. But then, when they got a little further in the story, it started getting so interesting that they started pushing the main quest line, and then suddenly it was just finished. Well, I say suddenly, 60 hours later, it was just finished. And they were left with their jaws on the floor. Anyway, I'm kind of missing out on a lot of it. I'm sad about that. I do have Witcher 3. I was recently gifted Witcher 3 and GTA 5. I'm so grateful to the two people that gifted those two games to me because they have been amazing experiences. Even though I've only played a little bit of Witcher 3, I've played a lot more GTA 5. Life-changing, both of them. And I do think I'm going to be jumping into Witcher soonish. And there will be at least a couple of videos of Witcher on the channel. I am just waiting right now for some fixes. Nvidia, they really need to get their shit together. Like, at the moment, okay, as it stands, I can play the game on literally any setting, from the lowest to the highest, and get maybe 40, 50 FPS. That's now on the lower end of things. When I set everything to high or ultra, then I get around 25 to 35 FPS. It's not right. I mean, that's now without Hairworks. Don't even get me started on Hairworks. And I obviously immediately thought something was up, so I copied the game to Helene's PC, which is my old PC. My PC that is now, I think it's about 5 years old. It's just got a 970 in it. So I've got a Titan, she's got a 970. I get, 30, 35 FPS. She gets 70 FPS. She can run the game with VSync on, locked on 60, on max settings without Hairworks on that PC. Yeah. That just goes and tells you that something's broken. Something is a little messed up. Then I went and browsed the Nvidia forums. I looked on the Witcher subreddit. I had a look around, and it seems like all the Kepler chips, Kepler GPUs, so the 7 series cards, they are just being gimped hardcore in Witcher for some reason. A lot of people are saying, conspiracy, you know, they're trying to make us buy the new Nvidia cards. They're saying it's obviously a ploy. Nvidia are out to get us. They're trying to sell the new cards. They're trying to make people who bought the 780s, the Titans, the 770s, whatever, all those other cards upgrade right now. Who knows? It's possible. Nvidia have now finally come out and said that, oh no, well, there may be an issue, after they said there's absolutely nothing wrong. There may be an issue with the latest drivers causing these Kepler GPUs to underperform. And I saw reports of people rolling their drivers back to 3 versions ago, basically, and that sort of maxed their performance out again. Because obviously my PC should be doing much better, because now I try Witcher, terrible performance, then I jump into GTA, which, in my honest opinion, is, I would say, on the same level as Witcher in terms of graphics. Like, you can really push the graphical fidelity of Grand Theft Auto, and my PC destroys it. Like, I get an easy 60 on high to ultra. It just looks amazingly good, runs great, I can record it fine. Witcher, however, I'm also having other issues in Witcher right now, and I don't want to whine the entire video. I'm going to talk just another minute, okay, about my problems with Witcher at the moment. I have an issue with my cinematics and cutscenes messing up. Cinematics run at like, I don't know, 15 FPS, 15 to 17. It just gets stuck in that range, and it never goes higher. It looks horrid. And the cutscenes, they jump around between about 18 and 25. I don't know why. I did all the fancy INI editing, so I checked the config files out, I tried to unlimit the FPS, and it just does nothing. There are issues. Okay, there are issues with the older cards. Some people don't have them, most people do. It's a bit of an annoyance. I can probably play the game alright by myself. I mean, I can play on 45, 50 FPS maybe if I set a couple of settings down and I don't record, but the second I start recording, you know, it's not so great. So I will be doing some stuff with Witcher. I just have to wait a little bit. Hopefully Nvidia won't take too long. If they do take too long, I might try roll back the drivers, but I think that if I roll back, then GTA might get hit. Like, the performance there might be slightly lesser, because I might be rolling back to a set of drivers that doesn't have the GTA improvements on them. I don't know. Okay, I'll check it out. But I'd love to hear from you guys what your experiences with Witcher have been. Like I said, I know a couple of people who are nearing the end of the game now, and they keep just spewing out nothing but good things about The Witcher 3. I played, let me think, till the first little village. I played a game of Gwent, which was actually pretty fascinating. It seems fun. Is it fun? Like, past that first challenge that you face, I beat him. I beat the dude that I played against in the first tavern, in the first village. But it seemed like they kind of set you up to win. I liked the thought that went into that, and I like the fact that the card game of Gwent is a card game in Witcher 3, is so much different from anything else I've seen. Like, it's just a great idea. And it is obviously just an extra. It's a side thought. You don't have to play the card game in Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. You don't. But most people want to. Most people have been playing it a lot because it's so good. They run around the world looking for the cards, collecting them all. So I got to the first village, spent a bit of time there. I was supposed to go and kill a griffin. That was kind of where I stopped. So I met the invading army or whatever, and then their leader asked me to do some stuff, and that's pretty much where I stopped. But much like when Helene tried to play it on her PC, I kind of got stuck just running around doing a whole lot of nothing. Like, herb, hut, loot. Some mobs over there, monster nest. It's crazy. And that's part of the fun, but you move so slowly through the world because of that. Because there's always the potential for something great just over the next rise. Now, the first area that you're in isn't that big, but there's a lot of stuff crammed in there. Like, right at the start of the game, which I'm assuming most of you have already seen. So after the little tutorial bit, then you spawn and you're supposed to follow your Witcher friend on horseback down the road. I didn't. Okay, I turned around and I ran back and I found a battlefield full of dead soldiers and I looted all their corpses and I freaked out because that was a ton of loot. Then I found like a place of power back there. I ran around a bit more and I found another monster nest. It just keeps on going, and I was told that once you get into the bigger areas of the game, it just gets worse. Or better. So I'm super keen to actually play Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I love the idea of the story because I've been told a little bit, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I've been told a little bit of the characters and how it's going to progress and stuff. Not many spoilers or anything, but I've just been told about it so that I knew what was going on, so that I could, you know, decide for myself if it's something that I'd be interested in. I am interested in it, and I love Ciri. I also heard, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but I heard they kind of setting her up to be, because they said before that it's the last game now where the main dude's going to be the main dude. But I heard they're setting her up to be the main character of the next game. She seems like a cool chick. I could get behind that. I was literally saying just like a week ago that I'd be much more into it if there was a female main character. We'll see. Okay? But, again, heard nothing but good things about Witcher. Love to hear what you guys think about it. If you've been enjoying it, if you've been playing it. How many hours? If you have, you playing casually? Or are you one of the 60, 70 hour people? Or more? Don't tell me more. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Also, are you playing it on PC or console? This is like one time where I actually think playing on console might be kind of fun. The game feels like it could control really well with a Xbox controller or PlayStation controller or whatever, and the console version looked good. No jokes, it looked really good. Obviously the PC version is probably going to look better. Whatever, that's obvious. I don't think the consoles have any fancy hair works. Hair works. What were they thinking? But, yeah, let me know. Let me know and expect an adventure worthy of Witcher at some point in the not too distant future, because it's going to happen. Okay, I will be playing it, and I will be giving you my impressions on, I think, most of the story. I want to finish it. I want to finish the game, and I want to be able to talk about what happened in it with you guys. So we'll do that. It's rain check. Straight up rain check. Don't fret. You'll hear more about Witcher from me in the not too distant future. GTA as well. I've been playing GTA Online. You should be seeing the first video up today. It's a blast. Seriously addictive. Anyway, I'm done. Check back here soon for more. Give this one a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And all the DLC being released for it. That's pretty great as well, isn't it? I think there's like 2 sets of DLC every week for a good long time. Kudos to them. They're doing great. And I kind of feel bad for CD Projekt Red because it's not their fault that the Nvidia cards or even ATI cards, I was been told that ATI is also not doing that great, but that any of the cards are underperforming because it's mostly on Nvidia and ATI. Mostly on Nvidia. Okay, even the ATI issues are mostly on Nvidia. So they're kind of screwing them over with that, but hey, hopefully it won't last forever. Hopefully they release new drivers at some point soon. But there you go. I'm done. Happy that.